his breath to lead us, to guide us, to order our steps, to bring us into divine wisdom, to preserve and protect our lives, our companies, our nation, because we put it in his hands and not put it and our hand together for him and us to run together, but we leave him. Two drivers cannot drive a car at the same time. Even in the flying of a plane, at every given time there is a pilot and a co-pilot. Both of them cannot do the same things because there's going to be chaos. And I kind of think that God does a far better job running my life than I will do, and also your life. There is a beautiful scripture in the book of Psalms. It goes like this: happy is that people whose God is the Lord. And you know what is even more beautiful than that? Is that it doesn't stop there. It says, happy is that nation whose God is the Lord God. So apart from the people, if the nation in its psychic, in its outlook, in its mindset, in its perspective defers to God, not just verbally, but there is a synchrony. We are not saying God with our right hand and doing atrocious evil with our left hand, but we can see that there is a synergy. We can see the qualitative characteristics of God in our national life. We can see forgiveness, we can see reconciliation, we can see love, we can see mercy, we can see progress, we can see understanding, we can see a second chance, a third chance. Then we can see a synchrony in what we do. The year is 7 days old. What decisions are you making, and what decisions am I making? Sometimes we find that people who look like they are bold, they are very confident. Sometimes they look audacious in what they want to do, and they have a can-do attitude that lead now I go do them before December. I go do them. And you find another set of people who say, hey, the falnangade now for take them. You are a woman, you are a foreigner, you are this, you know. But most times we have to understand that a person's boldness comes from a point of conviction. And a point of conviction only comes from a point of an encounter. And you cannot have an encounter if you do not bring God into your life. Because you can't just walk out on the earth and say things are going to happen. Because there are many forces, there are many issues, there are external stimuli, there are programs and projects and things that are totally outside of the power of your control. And you are 1 out of 7 billion people. And those 7 billion people's decisions, inactivity or activity, proactivity or reactivity, have a play upon your life. I do not control the value of the US dollar. If it goes up, it affects me. If it comes down, it affects me. I do not control how much snow falls in Europe, how much heat flows in Mali. But if it goes up in Mali and if it comes down in Europe, it affects me. You say, Pastor Forbes, how? Maybe the ships that are bringing rice and the many things will be delayed. Maybe so many things would go wrong. And therefore, it is important that for me to make any kind of progress in the face of all kinds of opposition, all kinds of external stimuli that have a play on my life, my boldness must come from my conviction. My convictions must come from my encounter. You cannot have a conviction without an encounter. That's called fanaticism. You probably will die ahead of your time. But when you have an encounter, it's like you have a knowing. People tell you that I just don't know, but I just know. I can't explain it to you, but I just know. It's not an empirical thing. You can't hold it, but you just know. There's a deep inner conviction that nobody can change because you know that you know. And the truth about it is that the results are there to show that you were right. As we start this year, please seek first God's kingdom and God's righteousness, and every other thing else that you want will be added to you. Most of us want a family, we want children, we want a husband, we want wives, we want money, we want visa, we want scholarships, we want that. But let's start with God, because he's able to do it. Because at the end of the day, the second gospel in the Bible is Mark, the 8th chapter and the 36th verse, and I end, goes like this: for what profit shall a man or a woman or a people get if they gain the whole world at the expense of their soul? because there is a life after this physical realm that we see. For what shall it profit a man or a woman if they gain the whole world but lose their soul? So take your soul first. That's the ticket to that party. Before the dressing, before the hairdo, before the taxi, before the cologne, before everything, have the ticket. When you have the ticket, you can fly. Without the ticket, you can't go. The ticket is giving your life to the Lord Jesus Christ. The ticket is bowing your will to God. And if you do that, 2014 will be good. Once again, Happy New Year to us all. And by the grace of God, until I come your way next week, I hope we will take this serious and run this race. And come 31st December 2014, we will all rejoice. God bless us all. Good night.
Chromium Super Savers. The lowest international call rates ever.
Yes, you heard it. Chromium offers you the lowest international tariff ever.
Lower than anywhere else. Chromium Super Savers.
For the first time, you can also use your bonus credit to make international calls.
Only from Chromium.
Now is the time to call family and friends all over the world at rates you can definitely afford. Chromium brings you the lowest international call rates ever.
Name your country and we got the lowest rates to that destination.
One of the many reasons we say your credit lasts longer with Chromium.
Chromium. We are better together.
Gani bari nañ fi nak waye ben bu bi boma jëndalé benen biscuit bu ko moy téma fassé sa yaay
fassé ménam
fassé
waye dama la ko jappé dadi ndax ne xay muñ ci mil sotké bi aduna bi ba ko waxanto ndax suma doomi dama len yar ci xamé lu bax ak quality
muñ ci mil sotké biscuit bi ñu liggé ci réew Sri Lanka ci compagnie bañ naan Saral Biscuit Limited CBL ñu ko def ni ci gannaaw paquet bi ngeen xamé ko bu baax lay do lu biir man suma biir bi ak suma biir ñamot lu ci mëna duga lu óor la do
amna ci bépp bitik